So Mahavir, let's talk about the public sector health insurer and the private sector health insurer. For me, I have more inclination towards government sector because पहली चीज़ तो बंद नहीं होगा. दूसरी चीज़ at the time of claims, the government sector insurer will be more reliable, more reasonable, right? So could you tell me the difference between the two and which one is more reliable for the customer?
Yeah, so a lot of people actually do have this perception that if you buy from a government insurer, the couple of reasons that you mentioned are very valid, and this is something that I keep hearing. First is that बंद नहीं होगा, मतलब देश छोड़ के नहीं भाग जाएगा because government insurance company है. But that's really not true. The way it works is that all insurance companies in India are regulated by IRDA, and if they want to shut shop also, they will have to take due approvals from IRDA. And IRDA will basically ensure that all the customers are protected through regulation and a process, right? The first thing that will happen is that an insurance company is shutting down. IRDA will try to find another insurance company to take over that insurance company, which could be a larger insurance company. It happens in banking also, right? Yes Bank के case में हुआ कि RBI asked 3-4 big banks to basically take over the operations and take over, I think, shareholding also. मैं expert नहीं हूँ, but जितना मुझे पता है, I'm just trying to say that part. So similarly, it happens in insurance companies also, right? So that's one way of protection. So even if it is a government company or it's a private company or it's a foreign company with a Indian partner, does not matter, because insurance companies just cannot run away, right? They will have to follow the regulations of the land, and the regulations of the land basically will ensure that IRDA is able to protect them by seamless transfer to another insurance company. So that is the first answer. तो इतना बड़ा difference नहीं है दोनों के बीच में. Government insurance company का भी ये situation हो सकता है, and there have been situations where there have been discussions that have happened in the ministry and parliament that we want to merge all the insurance companies into one, right? Government insurance companies into one. So New India एक listed insurance company है, Oriental, United and National are the 3 other companies. Either merge all of them into New India or make one more insurance company, right? Which could be a merger of all the 3 companies. Obviously that has its own complications, but the point that I'm trying to make is that वहाँ पे भी company बंद हो सकती है, it will get merged.
Got it.
So it's not that you're with Oriental, so you'll remain with Oriental, then you may probably be in a company which has a merger of the 3 companies. So it does not matter as far as the regulator is basically looking at it in a careful manner and insurance customer interests are protected. So that is one.
Got it.
The other thing that you mentioned was that they will be more reasonable, right? है वो वाला factor. There is some amount of factor that could be there at a human level. A government insurance company basically has some level of processes where human judgment does get involved, right? When basically there are branch managers, right, in every office. They're called divisional managers, or let's say even one step above of them, which are regional managers. These people could typically take a call of giving a certain relief to a customer in a case where they find that it's a benefit of doubt. So it happens sometimes कि थोड़ा कुछ call ले लिया है, right, एक government insurance company, but it's very far and what is it called? It's not something which is very regularly done. It's a very exceptional kind of a situation. Private insurer definitely is more rigid. The reason is because it's completely system oriented and it's centralized operations in one specific place, let's say in the country, and everything is binary, either it's payable, not payable. There is no opinion based judgment that could be given. So from that perspective, private definitely will be more having a binary yes or no answer and no negotiation, right? But there is a positive of that also. The positive of having system based approvals, system-based communication is that it is efficient, right? Compared that to if you look at it, if it is happening to a branch manager, divisional manager, then the response, the approvals, the process can actually also be having a issue, right? So basically, एक और चीज़ जो जानना ज़रूरी है, one thing that people should know is that government insurance companies are also for-profit companies. They are not मतलब NGO नहीं है, मतलब basically कि जहाँ पे कम पैसा पड़ा है and everybody will get claims that you can start in a line and you will get money like it's a lottery ticket. They also have a shareholder. Like a private insurance company has a shareholder, which is basically some private entity, or maybe it's listed on a stock market. Similarly, a government insurance company has a shareholder, which is the Ministry of Finance, which is the government. And there also there are metrics to be followed. They are also supposed to have achieved certain profitability. They have to also give dividends to the government, right? It's ऐसा नहीं है कि government will keep doling out money to them and they can keep making losses, right? They will also put a red line saying that इसके आगे गए तो भाई then we will have to take calls, right? It has happened in the past, right? That the government has taken tough stand saying that we will not give you money, right? So ऐसा होगा, right? मतलब it's not that they did not give money, they will give money. A government company है तो shareholder will pay, like a private shareholder, private will have to do it to survive, to ensure the company survives. But it can become a tough situation, right? Also, government insurance companies in health specifically have a situation where they do a lot of group insurance, right? Which is group insurance is basically insurance where they do large number of group policies for employer-employee policies, or let's say association policies. These policies have a large amount of claims versus premium, right? So from a profitability perspective, a government insurance company is lesser profitable than a private insurance company today, because they're taking those more liberal calls on taking group insurance in their fold because they want to achieve a certain amount of numbers, compared to a private insurance company which will not probably take that group policy or that customer because the claims are very high compared to the premium. They are more competitive in the group side of the business, right? And if you see the numbers, like there is something called incurred claim ratio, right? Which is basically a ratio which says how much premium an insurance company collected and how much percentage of that was paid through claims.
Got it.
Incurred claim ratio for government insurance companies are sometimes above 100 also, because they do so much of group business. Compare that to private insurers, which is, let's say, general insurers, it could be in the range of 80, right? And then there are standalone health insurance companies which could be in the range of 70, right? So basically, from a point of view of, if you look at it from that point of view, one, if someone looks at only ICR, which is incurred claim ratio, they will feel a insurance company, the government insurance company paying all claims. But it is because it has group cover also included, where everything is covered from day zero. Whereas private insurers are focusing more on retail, and where there are waiting periods, there are exclusions, and all those things come into picture, because of which their policies and their products are more profitable, and hence they are basically having the money, not because they're not paying claims. Right?
Got it.
So from that perspective, a government insurance company, in fact, from my point of view, if their ICRs, which is what we were speaking about, is high, it clearly means that they are going to increase their premiums year over year, because they will have to keep catching up to the losses that they are making. Whereas an insurance company which has a good, healthy ICR may not need to increase their premiums on a regular basis because they're already making profits. Right? So ये वाला भी एक area है. The other area that you could look at is that from an efficiency point of view, right? What I have seen, and this is my personal experience, I'm not talking about giving a judgment here, but more of a personal experience, is that government insurance companies definitely are more human in terms of their approach. But the negative side of that is that they are not very systematic and not very system driven, if I can say. So a lot of the response that you should get, the timely service that you should get, can be slightly inefficient in a government insurance company versus a private insurance company. Not that a lot of these government insurance companies have also upped their game and now become very system oriented, but still I see a difference between the best government insurance company and the best private insurance company. If I compare, then there is a significant difference, and worst health insurance company and the worst government insurance company, there is even a more significant difference, right? So that's why the people who are watching this video, meaning my important thing that I would say is that don't look at it from a government private at all. You should not look at it from a government and private at all. You should look at it from a fundamental basis कि ये insurance company का track record क्या है, is it paying claims or not, what are you hearing in the social media, are you hearing good things also and bad things. थोड़ा bad things तो होगा ही insurance company है तो, but good things about it, the metrics that we keep talking about, that claims outstanding, claims paid in 30 days, right? The second is basically that ICR which we spoke about, and complaints, how many complaints are they receiving, percentage of the number of claims that they have received in a year. All these metrics that we use on Beshak ratings can be used to find out if an insurance company is good or not. Today in Beshak ratings, government insurance companies don't even come in the top 10. Right? So there is a reason beyond that, and it is purely based on the metrics and the sophisticated rating methodology that we have created. We have no love and affection for a private player or a multinational player or a government player. It's coming out of pure fundamental analysis of whatever these insurance companies are performing on the public domain. Right?
Got it. And you talked about premium also, and you said ki premium, they might increase, the government insurer might increase because they have to again
catch up.
for the losses. But I thought like because government जहाँ पे भी लग जाता है तो वहाँ पे
Yeah.
एक thinking होती है कि premium तो कम ही
Correct,
होगा, the
correct,
premium
correct.
will be less.
Yeah.
Could you like shed some light on the premium?
Yeah, there could be a slight difference in the premium, but it may not be very big difference. Like you will not see a very large difference. Let's say a government insurance company is charging, let's say 25,000 rupees for something. You will find a private player who will also charge 25,000 for the similar product, right?
Okay.
The other thing is that government insurance, most of the health insurance products that I have seen have certain kind of restrictions in the product. Basically, they have made more conservative health insurance products, which is basically will have some room rent limit. They will have some conditions where they will not cover certain kind of daycare treatments, or they may have certain other restrictions, financial limits in the policy, which is not the case with comprehensive policies that private insurers pay. I am not saying that government insurance company is not giving a comprehensive cover is bad. I'm saying maybe they have a higher learning curve and they feel that this is what should be given to the customer.
Got it.
At the same time, these are two choices available to the customer: comprehensive cover from a private insurance company, which probably has a systematic way of making claims and all that, but there is humanized responses is quite low.
Got it.
Meaning where you will see that someone is taking a human judgment, whereas compare that to a government insurance company which is giving probably a product which is above average but not comprehensive to the extent of basically a government private insurance company with premiums which are almost comparable to a product which a private insurance giving, but with a little more human judgment when a thing goes wrong, when things go wrong.
Got it.
So the bottom line will be look at the fundamentals. And if that is also something that you find it difficult, we have created a free tool called Beshak ratings. Go and look at it. हमने बनाया, बहुत मेहनत से बनाया है, देखो उसको यूज़ करो.
Got it. Thank you, Mavi.